Alright HD, I'm gonna make this video here for you. I just want to try to help you out. You said you want some help. Alright. So, you've been asking for help, saying your attacks aren't doing so good. And I can't really tell you how to fix GoHo because it's not something I like too terribly much. And there's just some bases that are just really hard to 3-star, they're really hard to GoHo. So I'm just gonna share with you like what I look at when I look over bases, so it can maybe help you out, right? So like in our current war, the number 2, he's the highest Town Hall 9. Like on this base, things you want to look for on this base are things like where are the Teslas, where are the giant bombs. You see, like by these archer towers, there's these, they're in the open where things will target them. That would be an ideal spot for a giant bomb, because it'll lure the troops there and the bomb will blow them up. Makes sense. There's no Teslas in the middle, none at all. So it makes you believe that Teslas are probably right here where the red star is, or it could be where the yellow star is, who knows, But let's look at this a little more. One thing you want to realize on this base is it's not the best logo wipe base because air defenses aren't in the core. They're kind of like in that little ring around. So there's no guarantee you're going to get them all down or get them all down quickly enough to make a logo wipe viable. But it is a good option, when you're trying to figure out what you want to do. One thing you want to see here, one jump spell will get you to the middle. There's no need to bring wall breakers, even if you use a ground attack, because that's super easy to get in there. Another thing to look at, if you want to use hogs on this base, you know that there's no giant bombs in the core, which is a good thing because you don't have to worry about your hogs getting messed up. But I mean, look at the way the hogs will travel, this white line with the arrow. The hog, it's not going to go straight to the middle. It's going to walk around the outside of the base, and then it's not going to go into the middle until it gets to these air defenses. The air defense is the only defense in that ring that will lead the hogs to the middle. That means your hogs have to travel all across that line on all 4 sides until they even get to the middle. This means that, your heal spells, they're not going to last long enough where your hogs are going to make it all the way to the middle, more than likely. Especially if there's giant bombs in there that are going to really cripple them, So, I mean, if you come up with a plan to GoHo it, you can try, but I just see too much downside to it. There's too many things that could go wrong that, you don't want your attack to get instantly nerfed just because, you get greedy thinking hogs is going to wipe it out. You can just do a ground attack and it's a solid 2 stars. With your level of heroes, you have a lot of potential to get 3 stars, One jump to the middle, that leaves you 2 rages, 1 heal. That just pounds right in there, knocks crap out. There's no giant bombs in the middle. That means you can go heavy on the wizards and rage and heal on wizards. They just clear everything out, It's gonna wipe everything out in the middle. Take out the air defenses, hopefully. You could bring, 4 to 6 balloons for end of the attack cleanup, so that way your go wipe don't fizzle out. But don't use an air attack. Max air defenses plus expos up plus a queen that is higher level, like it's level 17. You just don't want to air attack a base like that. I've done it way too many times and regretted it every single time. It's really hard. A Go Lava Loon maybe would work a little better, but still, especially with those air defenses on that ring, there's only one spot there for the balloons to get to the middle. That's just wasted time, that those expos are just going to mess you up. Plus there's sweepers in there and everything. So, ground attack it, man. This base is fairly easy for a Town Hall 9 because it's a crappy base layout. It's very poor. This one's really easy. So if you were going to attack a base, you would want to attack this one compared to base number 3. This base would be harder for you to 3-star than base number 2 because it's not as compact. The walls are still high level. You know, your chances of your attack fizzling is going to be a lot greater on this base. So like Cosmo would want to attack this base, HD would probably want to attack the number 1 guy. So when you look at this base, you know for a fact that there's probably giant bombs in this yellow square. You know, typically a Tesla is going to be in the red squares. Up here on the top, I'm guessing there's probably Teslas there. I don't know why they would put giant bombs when there's no defenses south of that air defense. It makes more sense that giant double bombs would be right here because it has, you know, hogs would run across the double giant bombs. So on this base, max air defenses and expos ups means hell no to air attack. You just don't want to do it. Queen is level 17. You got a clan castle to worry about. The sweepers are kind of poor because they're both facing the same way, but the way the air defenses are situated, there's no, it's not a favorable attack to air attack. You know, even, I mean, you could go lava loon it, probably, but I mean, that just depends how much confidence you have in go lava loon. With unknown giant bomb locations, I wouldn't even want to hog this base. It has max defenses, and you will have to kill squad the queen, detonate a double giant bomb, and kill the enemy clan castle all at the same time. Then do all that with only using 1 or 2 spells, since hogs need at least 2 to 3 spells. This base is spread out, max defenses. You don't know where giant bombs are. 2 heal spells just isn't going to get it done. And I don't see a kill squad, you know, I mean, if you had a really heavy kill squad, it could get in there. But you're going to have to dedicate like 2 spells to the kill squad just to take out enough stuff to justify the bigger kill squad. And then the rest of the defenses are spread out so far where, you know, 2 heals just, it's probably not going to do it. You know, I wouldn't go-ho this base at all, you know. I mean, I wouldn't, if I was on Yogi, I don't think I would have a very good chance of 3-starring this base regardless of what attack you choose, you know, because it's just the way it is. So if you were to look at this base, like, what attack do I want to do? If you want to logo wipe this base, or if you want to go Vaho this base, or if you want to use any other type of ground attack, which way do you want to attack from? So this base, you want to look at things like these horizontal lines. These are where the walls you have to get through. The wall north of that air defense, the wall north of that clan castle, the wall north of that town hall, the wall north of that air defense. Those are, if you want to go from start to finish, top to bottom, you're going to have to go through 4 different walls. A wall breaker will not break through on the top because that little divot sticking up is way too far down there. Wall breakers won't go there, right? So, you know, you don't want to attack this base from the top. This is something you look at when you're looking like, how am I going to attack this base? Even if you attack from the top, if you're doing a logo wipe, everything's going to go straight down is what you want it to do, and those air defenses on the left and the right, they're just too far away. Your chances of taking those out are very slim, you know, because your attack is focused going straight through the base, right? So how you would want to approach this base more from, what is that, like the 10 o'clock position, you know. You want to start right here. You can use wall breakers to get in, you know. You want to use like 3 golems, you know, if you're doing a logo wipe. 3 golems. Like where are the giant bombs? We said, you know, we have an idea where the double giant bombs are, right here. So we want to ignore that spot, so that way if we want to go heavy on wizards or heavy on Valks or any other kind of a ground attack you want to use, you don't want your troops to go right there because they'll blow them up, right? So if we wall breaker in from the top, look at these 3 yellow lines. If you go from the side, there's only 3 walls that you have to get through. Line 1, line 2, line 3. And that gives you access to like 75% of the base. You know, you're going to look where the air defenses are. The air defenses are right smack dab in the middle, you know, where your troops are going. Everything's parallel to the way your troops are going to go into the base. You can get through this base with 3 jump spells. You want this jump spell right here because you don't want your jump spell over by this air defense, because your troops will wander off to the side, not go to the core, plus they'll detonate that double giant bomb, which you don't want to do on a logo wipe because you're relying on, you know, other troops, not hogs. So if you when you look where you want to drop your spell, your jump spell, you want to make it so you can get through the base easier. You know, where am I going to get the most advantage, the most accessibility to what I'm trying to accomplish? I want to get air defenses down. This air defense is definitely going down because it's so close to the start of the attack. You're going to have much more troops alive still. This air defense over here, same thing, is right there. You know, when you get down here to the bottom, you know, you're going to be using rage spells almost on the same places where the jump spells are. You know, if you have enough penetration with your ground attack, it's going to take all this stuff out. Plus, at the end of the attack, when it's starting to fizzle, when things are starting to die, you know, your queen and your king aren't going to sit there and shoot at a wall, because your jump spells give them accessibility throughout the whole base, you know. So this would be a better angle to attack from, you know, just because you can control where your army's going. You can have a good idea of what defenses are going to be taken out. Your jump spells and your rage spells are going to complement your attack, you know, as much as you want it to. So on a logo wipe, you're going to come in, when you first start a logo wipe, you're going to take out the first 2 air defenses. Don't wait until the end of the attack to drop your balloons, because you want to drop your balloons when the outside defenses are shooting at the core, you know, at the troops in the core. You know, just because these 2 air defenses are still up doesn't mean you can drop 2 balloons up here on the top and 2 balloons over here on the left. You know, because balloons move slow. You know, by the time the balloons get to that archer tower and the bottom archer tower and destroy the archer tower and move over, you know, to the next defense, you know, your kill squad, your ground attack is going to be pretty close to those last 2 air defenses anyway, you know. So, well, you're like, well, what if the air defense don't go down? You know, well, like, if the air defense don't go down, I mean, what's the difference? Like, do you want 6 balloons sitting in your, you know, ready to be dropped still, when, you know, at the end of the attack when they're useless? Or would you rather use them during the attack when they have much more potential to do something helpful for the attack, right? So, you know, you only want to drop balloons on things that can actually shoot the balloons. Like if you drop 2 balloons on this archer tower, 2 balloons will kill that archer tower, and then they'll move on to the mortar. Mortar and this cannon can't even shoot at balloons, so I mean, 2 balloons here have potential to take out 3 defenses. That's money, you know. Let's say you logo wipe this base and everything is taken out except from the town hall down. You know, down here on the bottom, you want to drop 2 balloons on the right wizard tower, 2 balloons on the left. You don't want to drop balloons on the cannons, really, because the balloons will destroy the whiz tower and then they'll move to the cannons for free. You know, there's nothing hitting them. You know, there are instances where a queen will wander off and you're like, man, I gotta drop a couple balloons here to save the queen, otherwise my queen is just gonna slowly die. Things like that happen, but a general rule is, you know, use your balloons on things that can actually kill the balloons. So let's move on to base 4. You look at this base and you're a go-ho person. You know, you like go-ho, and you're looking at this base and you're trying to figure out how you want to go-ho. I mean, this base is designed to destroy go-ho. This base is, it's weak defenses. You know, he's like a fresh Town Hall 9. He's still got Town Hall 8 defenses, his queen, and He's just working on queen and walls pretty much, right? But this base, you know, it's like the small guy that knows karate. You know, he's still going to kick your ass even though you think you can just run him over, you know. Especially if you use an attack that's kind of fragile, like go-ho. So if you look at this base, look how this, see how this gold storage is right here? Why did he put that gold storage there? You know, why, you want to look at these bases and you want to say, why did he put this gold storage right here? Look at the middle, it goes Town Hall, Clan Castle, Dark Elixir storage. I mean, that's a dead zone. Hogs will not run left or right between there because there's no defenses. If you look at the, you know, the arrows that go right and left, that is like, it's like a runway. It's the only way to get through with defense targeting troops. So you can bet the farm that there's a double giant bomb right there. You can bet the farm that there's a double giant bomb right there. So there's really no reason to go hold this base. I mean, unless you can kill squad and get rid of one or both of those double giant bomb traps. So why does he put his queen over here? He puts his queen over there because he doesn't want you to kill squad his queen and then ruin his double giant bomb locations. You know, you can't really kill squad that queen and get into the core deep enough. I mean, you can, but I mean, it's not the most reliable thing in the world. But, you know, you got to kill that queen and you got to get rid of the defenses that cause your hogs to get stuck in there. You know? Run over the double giant bombs. So, you know, I wouldn't go this base. Not me. I don't want to look foolish. So if you want to look at this base, what do you want to do? You know, this base, Go Lava Loon, is not a very good option either. Because Go Lava Loon, ideally, you want to get rid of the queen. So why does he put his queen over here and this guy is thinking about Go Lava Loon? If you kill squad the queen, you're only going to take out this air defense. So when you start your Lava Loon attack, you know, both those sweepers are going to be blowing every direction that you Lava Loon it from. You know, you can't kill squad the king. I mean, you could, but then the queen's gonna jack you up at the end. You know, so you know that's why you're wondering, you know, why are these sweepers pointed this way? Because if you go Lava Loon, you know, kill squad the queen, these air sweepers are money. They're in the perfect spot, you know, if they kill squad the queen and take out that air defense, right? So, you know, Go Lava Loon is not the best option. So, the best option, in my eyes, would be Penta Lava Loon. Why Penta Lava Loon? Well, only slight problem is luring a clan castle. You're going to have to dedicate like 4 hogs just to get the clan castle out, and then you're going to have to kill them, the clan castle, with your heroes more than likely. So that's the only slight issue. But Penta Lava Loon is better in my opinion because this queen is low level. She's level 10. A low level queen is not a huge threat. You know, you're going to use 5 hounds and then you're going to have a lot of balloons. So the red arrow, or the yellow arrows represent where you want your hounds to go. You know, you want 3 hounds on the left because the left has a stronger air defenses. 2 hounds on the right, but you don't want the right to be too weak. So use a level 2 hound and a level 3 hound in your clan castle on the right. So that way you have strength on the left, strength on the right. When you drop your balloons, you want to drop 2 or 3 balloons on each defense. Maybe 3 on that archer tower. Maybe the middle ones on 3 each, just so they last throughout the attack. The ones on the sides, maybe just 2, because there's a better chance of them getting picked off. But the key thing on Penta Lava Loon is you want a rage spell on top of that queen, because that air defense is going to pop a hound, and a rage spell with pups is going to kill the queen. Splash damage from balloons is going to kill the queen. you know, that queen's going to die more than likely, from my experience. So Penta-Lava-Loon works good. You know, you're going to Penta-Lava-Loon, you know, you want to use your haste spells and your rage spells aggressively, you know, just because the sooner you get those 2 air defenses taken out, the better. And then you want to save like 3 or 4 balloons at the end, so when the hounds move over here to this air defense, you can drop like 2 balloons there and 2 balloons on this other archer tower, you know, just so that, you know, that air defense gets taken out sooner. So those sweepers, you know, Penta-Lava-Loon, those sweepers aren't going to matter because you're attacking all the air defenses, not just 3 of them. So, I mean, that's what I would do. So when you look at this base and you're like, go ho, you know, it has a chance, but I'm not sure, you know, why risk it when you, with your tools you have, your Penta-Lava-Loon has a better chance of taking care of this base. Low defenses, you know, that air defense is like level 3 or something, you know, 5 hounds is going to last a long time against these defenses. These are Town Hall 8 defenses. You know, you can drop your hounds and take your time dropping balloons, using spells. You don't, you know, the weaker the defenses, you know, you don't have to use spells as aggressively, but you still can. You know, I think a Penta-Lava-Loon, especially for a strong Town Hall 9, you know, is just going to run this base over. So things we want to think about going forward, you know, like look at your own base. HD, look at your base. This base is, I mean, it's not terrible, but it's not really good. Why is it not good? Well, you want to look at things like, where's your queen at? Your queen is right here in the middle, right? So if a guy wants to go Lava-Loon your base, he has to kill squad your queen, which isn't terribly hard. He could kill the crap out of that queen with 1 jump and 1 rage, you know. 2 golems, some wizards, his heroes. He's going to take out both your air defenses. He's going to take out your sweeper, your queen, and possibly many more things in there. He's going to take out 2 air defenses and your queen, and then he's going to come over here to the left, and he's just going to kick your ass with a Go Lava-Loon. You know, your expos are pointed up, but if that guy can take out 2 of your air defenses, I mean, those expos aren't going to last very long, you know. If he uses 2 golems, 3 hounds, I mean, he can just, I mean, he could do some damage, definitely. Especially, you know, even if you want to defend against Town Hall 10 attacks, I mean, it's not very good. So, let's say he wants to go ho your base. Go ho. So he's got to kill squad your queen. He's going to take out all these defenses in yellow on his way to your queen. That means these double giant bombs right here are useless. He's going to drop hogs all the way here on the bottom, and they're going to run all the way around these giant bombs, and they're not even going to touch them. Those giant bombs are useless right there. Even the giant bombs up here, there is no reason for hogs to run directly from mortar to expo. There's no reason for hogs to run from top cannon to expo. Those hogs are just going to run all the way around. They're going to detonate those bombs one at a time, if at all, you know. You know, if they run down here to the bottom, they're just going to go Wiz Tower, Expo, Tesla, you know, air defense, trigger 1 bomb. You know, those double giant bombs aren't doing nothing for you. Not really. So what kind of things do you want? You know, you want your queen in a place that a kill squad isn't going to cripple the rest of your defenses. So if I have my queen way up on top, he maybe could get that air defense. Probably not, because, I mean, it's pretty far down there behind the queen. So, I mean, if he kill squads my queen, I mean, there's 2 sets of double giant bombs, and there's 3 or 4 air defenses down here untouched. 2 sweepers untouched. You know, there's just so much stuff. You know, all of these things are, he can't trip a double giant bomb and kill my queen with the same kill squad. He can't destroy 2 air defenses and kill my queen with the same kill squad. It limits their options. Your base is going to defend better. The base is harder to attack. Same thing with like Juan. Juan's base is like yours. This happens every war, and I keep meaning to tell him to change his base, but I don't know if he even will. But every single war, they drop earthquake spells on his queen. They just kill squad the queen, and they detonate these double giant bombs every time, and then they destroy the sweeper and the air defense, and then his double giant bombs are useless. They don't do anything except kill some wizards with the kill squad. Plus he's got 2 air defenses right there. They kill squad that queen, they destroy 2 air defenses, trip the bombs, all with the same kill squad. That is way too much value. Why give him the luxury of that? Put your double giant bombs back here, so that way a kill squad doesn't detonate them. Put double giant bombs like right here where the Tesla is. Another thing you want to think about is funneling hogs. So when you're building a base and you want to funnel the hogs onto your double giant bombs, you want things like this, where the yellow boxes are. You got a storage and you got a king. That means hogs will not pass through there. They're going to move to the air defense and go straight through the arrow to the cannon. There's no other place for them to go. That's like, it's funneling the hogs to where their traps are. And people look at the base and they're like, okay, I got to destroy these defenses first, and then that bomb's going to blow up, and then I got to drop more hogs over here. You're just making the attack more difficult for them, or they're just going to ignore double giant bombs and just, lose attacks because they don't know what they're doing. So like on this Town Hall 8 example, look at the black squares. In the middle, you got king, clan castle, storage, town hall. On the top and the bottom, you got storage, 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 storage. You got 2 yellow arrows. That's just a runway. That's the only way for them to go. They're just running up and down the arrows, and they're going right through the giant bombs. They're going right through where all the traps are. If you want to defend against hogs, you have to use things like storages, clan castle, your heroes, things that defense targeting troops don't target. Use those to your advantage, so that way the troops funnel in a way that you want them to, whether it be balloons or hogs. You can mess up a balloon attack just because balloons take a different route than where the hounds are going, or when you look at this base, when I looked at this base, from that couple wars ago, I was like, this is brilliant. I've been looking a long time for a decent Town Hall 8 base, and I looked at this one, and it's like, oh my god. Whoever made this base is a genius, because it makes so much sense, So that's all I got for you. You want to improve your attacks, but the only way you're going to improve is to be more versatile. The more attacks you're good at, the more attacks you're willing to learn, the better you're going to do in war. You can 3-star a base with dragons if you really wanted to. If you want to look at that Town Hall 9 base, you can 3-star this base with your dragons, HD. All you gotta do is you gotta double lightning, double quake, 2 air defenses, clan castle hogs, to get another air defense, dragons on the last air defense. You can 3-star this base with your eyes closed with dragons. Juan just did last war. So, you know, whether it's dragons, whether it's using air attack, ground attack, go-ho, you know, go logo wipe, everything has their advantages and disadvantages. If you can look at a base and see what is the strength of go-ho on this base, what is the strength of an air attack on this base, you're going to, you know, you're going to round down your choices. You're going to be like, all right, this one's definitely out and these attacks are definitely in. And then you got 2 or 3 attacks you're thinking about, well, I don't feel comfortable with that one because of this. This one's slightly better because of that. And then eventually you're going to pick the attack that has the most potential to do well, you know. And then you got to execute, you know. You gotta be aggressive with a kill squad. You gotta funnel properly. You know, you gotta use your rages at the appropriate time to get the most benefit. You know, you just gotta look at it, plan how you want your attack to go, and then do what you gotta do to make it go that way. Sometimes it don't work that way, but you know, you get better at it. So, I mean, if you have any questions, man, just let me know. And if you want me to draw something up for you, or if you need some help, just let me know, alright? You go ahead and attack number 2, and Yogi is going to attack right away because I'm going to put my queen down. And good luck in war, man.